Namaste students. So today we are dealing with the chapter that is solid state. So in your last class you have learned regarding the properties of solids. So again the solids we have divided as crystalline solids as well as amorphous solids. And the crystalline solids, again the classification has been done with 4 types. So that is nothing but ionic crystalline solids as well as metallic crystalline solids and covalent crystalline solids and molecular crystalline solids. Again, the molecular crystalline solids has been divided as polar molecular crystalline solids, non-polar molecular crystalline solids as well as hydrogen bonded molecular crystalline solids. And later you have studied regarding crystal lattice, which is nothing but 3-dimensional structure, right? So the particles will be arranged in 3-dimensional arrangement, that will be considered as crystal lattice. If you are considering a small part of it, that will be considered as a unit cell, right? So later we have divided, we have learned regarding the classification of unit cell, right? So that is nothing but the first one is known as simple or primitive unit cell and the second one is known as centered unit cell. So where simple unit cell, in the sense the particles will be present only at the corners, okay, the particles will be present only at the corners. Centered unit cell has been divided as body centered unit cell as well as face centered and end centered. Body centered in the sense along with the corners the particle will be present at the body, okay, center of the body, as well as face centered in the sense along with the corner particles the particle will be present in each faces, okay. End centered in the sense along with the corner particle the particle will be present any of two opposite sides, okay. So that will be nothing but end center. Later you have studied regarding 7 primitive unit cells. So that is nothing but I have given a formula C to her mono and triclinic. Based on that you can remember the primitive unit cells, right? So later the study, you have studied regarding the calculating the number of atoms. If you go with a simple atom, okay, simple unit cell, there you will be having only one particle, right? So if you are going with the body center, the particles which belongs to body center cubic unit cell, so that will be 2, okay. Face center in the cells, that will be 4, right? So later in your last class, you have studied regarding mainly the arrangement of the particle, in the sense close packing of the particles you have studied. So based on that 1-dimensional structure, 2-dimensional as well as 3-dimensional, where the particles will be arranged closely, but what will happen, a space will be there between them, so that will be considered as wards. So if you go with the 3-dimensional structure, there you can go see with octahedral as well as tetrahedral wards, right? So tetrahedral means what? Tetrahedral wards are nothing but the lower layer, okay. Upon that if you are keeping a second layer, okay, so by that time what will happen, lower layer ward where it will be present, in the sense lower first layer space where it will be present. Above that if you are keeping second layer sphere, that will be considered as tetrahedral ward. Tetrahedron structure you are going to get, right? So if you will go with the octahedral ward, octahedral in the sense what will happen, there the first layer ward as well as second layer ward will be present in the same space, okay. So there you are going to consider, you are going to get structure with the octahedron, right? For that reason it will be considered as octahedral word. So based on that the problem kind of simple problem kind of question also will be asked. So in today's class you will be studying regarding packing efficiency, which is very important topic, okay. So here we are going to derive the derivation with your simple cubic cell as well as face centered and body centered. So 3 are also important. Any one is a compulsory question for your final exam, okay. So now we'll learn what is meant by packing efficiency. So packing efficiency is nothing but it is the percentage of total space occupied by the particle. So now you know in a cubic lattice, in the sense crystal unit cell, if you are considering, in the sense what will be the number of the particle which belongs to that cell, right? So that you have learned by calculating the number of particles with the unit cell, right? So here you are going to study the percentage of total space occupied by those particles, okay. What will be the percentage of space that will be occupied by those certain particles? So that will be considered as packing efficiency, okay. How it will be packed, on what percentage it will be packed, so that will be considered as packing efficiency. So we are going to deal with the derivation of body centered, face centered as well as we are going to consider with simple or primitive unit cell. So first we learn regarding simple or primitive unit cell. So we'll just find the percentage of or the packing efficiency of simple or primitive unit cell. So in this unit cell, if we consider what will be the percentage of the space will be covered by the particle. So simple or primitive unit cell in the sense what will be the number of particles? Here the number of particles which belongs to this cell is just 1, right? So now what will be the the space will covered by those particles. So that will be studied under this concept. Okay, so first you listen, later once I finish with one concept, you just pause it, write by yourself, okay, without saying the video, okay. So now we'll go with the first one, that is simple or primitive unit cell. So simple or primitive unit cell, if you go with the diagram of it, so how you will draw the diagram of a cubic unit cell of simple or primitive unit cell? So consider this is your simple or primitive unit cell. Simple or primitive unit cell I have taken. Okay. So we'll just denote this as, see, simple unit cell means what? Where the particles will be present only at the corners. All the corners will be having the particles. So the number of particles, if we consider total 8 particles, it will be there with the simple or unit cell, right? So which belongs to this unit cell, that is only 1. So I'll just consider 2 corners to derive the concept. Okay. So now I'll just denote this point as this corner as A as well as another corner as B. So here the particles will be present only at the corners, right? So I'll just draw the atom or the particle which is present in the corner. Okay. So I'll just consider 2 corners now. So here particles will be present, right? You know, solid in the sense what? Those are closely packed. The particles are closely packed. So it should be equal size. Okay. The particles will be closely packed. So the particle which is present in this corner as well as this corner, that will touch with each other, right? Okay. So now here we'll just derive the concept. First, let A be the edge length or side of the cube. In the sense what? We'll just consider all the edge length, okay, as A. Okay, all the edge length we just consider as A. Okay, so let A be the edge length or side of the cube. Let R be the radius of sphere, or you can go with particle also. So let R be the radius of the sphere, in the sense your particle. Here the particles are taken 2 particles. Okay. So here whatever the radius will be present, radius in the sense what, from the center to the outer circle, right? So here whatever the distance will be there, that will be considered as radius. So from the center to here, whatever the distance will be there, so that I just consider as R. So here from the end to the center, whatever the distance will be there, so that I just consider as R. Okay, diagram you just draw properly. Okay, here 2 circles, so that you will get radius in proper way. Okay. So let A be the edge length of a side as well as R will be the radius of the sphere. Okay, so it is important that we have to write in terms of sentence, right? Okay, next what you are supposed to do, you have to relate this A as well as R. Okay, so in all the unit cells, when you are deriving, what you have to do is you have to relate the edge length as well as radius. So you can write here A is equal to, okay, so edge length is equal to, if you are relating with R, so edge length in the sense from here to here, okay, whatever the distance will be there, so A is equal to, that will be considered as A. So if you are relating with r is nothing but, so from here to here 1 r, from here to here another, right? 2 r. So we can write this as a is equal to 2 r, right? Okay. So we get the relation between a as well as r. Now we know that if you are taking simple unit cell, how many number of particles will be there? So simple unit cell have only one particle. So this will be having only one particle is present, right? So simple unit cell, you have calculated the number of particles which belongs to that particular unit cell, right? So here the unit cell will be having just only one particle. So now we will go with the concept that is nothing but the packing efficiency. Formula will come in this way. Okay, packing efficiency is equal to volume of how many items or how many particles? One particle. Volume of one atom divided by volume of unit cell into 100. Packing efficiency you are supposed to find in terms of percentage. So into 100. Okay. So this is the major formula. Formula it is compulsory to write. Diagram is compulsory to do, as well as you have to derive with the exact percentage. Okay. Whatever the percentage I am going to write over here, the same percentage you have to write. Though you will get point in terms of when you calculate. Okay. So the finally when you are writing, especially with the state students, exact percentage what I am writing, the same percentage should be written in the exam. Okay. So now here let us find out. So packing efficiency is equal to volume of one atom. Okay. Volume of one atom, in the sense volume of one sphere. So how we are going to calculate? You know, volume of sphere if you are finding in the sense 4 by 3 pi r cube, right? Of one atom in the sense multiplied by 1. Volume of a unit cell. Okay. Volume of the unit cell. So how we are going to find it out? I'll just write over here. Okay. So volume of unit cell, how it will be? How you can find this also you have to write. Okay. So volume of unit cell is equal to length into width into height, right? So length is nothing but length also, here length also you are going to mention with h, length will be mentioned with a, right? Okay. So length is a. What is width? Okay. So width is also a. What is height? Height is also will be mentioned as a. So volume of unit cell you can write it as a cube, right? Volume of unit cell is nothing but a cube you can write. But you know what is meant by a, right? So here you write volume of unit cell is nothing but a cube. A means what? 2r cube. A cube is nothing but 2r cube. So that you just substitute over here. So it comes as 2r cube. 2r cube is nothing but 2 cube is a into r cube multiplied by 100 because you are finding percentage. Calculate. So packing efficiency is equal to r cube will get cancelled. So we will get 4 by 24 into 100. Okay. So now the packing efficiency calculate. Okay, you have calculate. Okay, you know the value of pi 22 by 7. So calculate over here. You will get the answer with 52.36%, which is approximately equal to 52.4%. So state students, it is compulsory that you have to write this same percentage. Okay, 52.4% of space will be covered by the particle. How many particles are present in this? Only one particle which belongs to this unit cell, right? So only 52.4% of space will be covered by that one particle in simple or primitive unit cell. Okay. So here they will ask to derive the concept. For CPSC also it is important. Okay, derivation is very important. So this is regarding simple or primitive unit cell. Now we have to just go through it again. Okay, pause it, try to write by yourself. Write it down. Diagram is very important. So the next one that we are dealing is, that is face-centered unit cell, which will be considered as FCC or CCP, cubic close packing, which will be having the face-centered unit cell. Okay. So now here again we have to draw the diagram. It is compulsory to draw. Okay. So when you are drawing, draw a cubic unit cell. Those who are feeling difficult with the diagram, draw with me. Some students feel difficult to draw a cube also. It is compulsory that you have to learn. Okay. So face-centered means what? The particles will be present in all the corners. Along with that, in each face it will be having particles, right? Okay. So I'll just now denote this point as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, for our identification, I have denoted. Okay, so now as I told, face-centered in the sense what? The particle is present in the corners. Okay, all the corners as well as it is present in all the faces. Now I will consider only one face. I just consider this face. Okay, so here if I consider the particle which is present in the face, so the particle is present over here, right? So now I just consider the corner particles also now, okay, because the face and in the sense the particle is present in the corners also, right? So here just draw a circle in the sense at the particle you need to show, draw it neatly, okay? Pardon me for this. It should be with the same size, the particles size should be same, as well as here we have the particle. Okay, so now the particle is present in two corners I have taken, as well as the particle which is present in the center, right? So all the particles are, these are joined with one another. Why? Because solid in the sense the particles are closely packed, right? For that reason I have taken in this way. Okay. So now write down, let A be the edge length or the side of the unit cell. Let A be the edge length, in the sense all the edge length, okay, all the edges I'm going to represent as A. So let A be the edge length of the unit cell. Let R be the radius of unit cell. So here the radius, not unit cell, let R be the radius of a particle. Particle is nothing but your sphere, right? Okay, so here whatever the distance will be there from here to here, that is r, again here to here r, again here to here r, from here to here r, as well as here. Okay, so r being the radius of the particle, right? So next what we have to do, we have to go with the relation. Okay, we have to denote the relation between your a as well as r. In the sense, H as well as the radius, relation we have to denote. But here we cannot denote any relation because here a is not there. Okay, the H is not there to find out here. So what I'll do is I'll draw a phase diagonal. Okay, so I'll just draw a phase diagonal. I'll just join this. Okay, so that phase diagonal I'll just represent as small b. How I'll represent H length with a? So phase diagonal I'll just represent as small b. So what is the phase diagonal of AC? Let AC is equal to B be the phase diagonal. Okay. So first to relate to denote the relation between A as well as R, I should know what is the value of B. Okay, I should find the value of B first. So what I'll do is I'll take a triangle. So now whether it is there with the triangle form. Okay, so I take this triangle by using of triangle. See, we know this is A as well as this is B. By using this triangle, I'll find the value of B, and later I can find the value of A as well as R. In the sense, I can relate it. Okay, so I'll just take triangle ABC. Okay, so according to Pythagoras theorem, so the phase diagonal in the sense that is AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, square of any two sides, right? So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, AB square plus BC square. So what is AC square? AC square is nothing but B square. What is AB square? That is A square. BC square is nothing but BC square is nothing but A square. Okay, so we can write this B square is nothing but 2A square, right? So what is the value of B? So B is nothing but root 2A, right? The value of B is nothing but root 2A. I'll just take this as 1. As well as we can write B with the R. Okay, we can relate B with R. So we know that B is equal to, in terms of R, if you are writing from here to here, 1 R, from here to center, right? R will be mentioned. From here to here, 2 R, again from here to here, 3, from here to here, 4. So total how many R's are present? We have 4 R, right? B is equal to 4 R. So just denote this as 2. So now what I have to do is I have to relate this 1 as well as 2. So I can relate and I can write. I'll just write here itself. Okay, in your book write neatly. Okay. So now B is equal to root 2A, B is equal to 4R. So I will relate this 1 and 2 so that I will get it as root 2A is equal to 4R. So I can find the value of A over here, that is nothing but 4R by root 2, right? So now 4R, 4 I can also write it as 2 into 2, right? 2 to the 4, 4R by root 2. This 2 you can also write, so this is simplified form. I have to convert it into simplified form, that's it, okay? So I can write this as 2, I can write as root 2 into root 2, which is nothing but 2 itself, into 2R, as it is I'll write, root 2 is there, right? So I'll just cancel, okay? So what value I get? So that is nothing but A is equal to 2 into root 2R. So A as well as R I have related. Okay. So next line you have to write the particle which belongs to phase centered in FCC. So total how many particles will be present? 4 particles belongs to it. belongs to it, right? So now 4 particle in the sense packing efficiency formula, how it comes? Volume of 4 atoms divided by volume of unit cell into 100. So volume of an atom, if you are finding, what will be the formula? That is nothing but 4 by 3 pi r cube, right? Into, what is the number of atom which belongs to FCC? That is 4 divided by volume of unit cell. You have already found. Okay, here also you have to write volume of unit cell is nothing but volume of unit cell is nothing but A cube, right? So what is the value of A? So that is nothing but 2 into root 2 r cube, right? So this is the value of A. So just substitute here 2 into root 2. So cube r cube we can write like this into 100. So r cube will get cancelled. Simplify it. Okay, find the value. You will get packing efficiency as 74%. So packing efficiency of face-centered unit cell, that is nothing but 74%. Because your face-centered unit cell is having 4 atoms, so most of the space will be covered by the particle, 4 particles. Okay, so 74%, highest percentage of the total space will be covered in your face-centered unit cell. Why? Because the number of particles are low when you compare with your BCC as well as simple unit cell. For that reason, it will be having more percentage. Okay, so this is regarding face-centered unit cell. Draw the diagram, important. Okay, so all these things you have to write, and substitution you have to write neatly, especially same students. Volume of 4 atoms, okay, means what? Okay, what will be the value? Volume of unit cell, what will be the value? That you have to write. Then you have to go with the calculation and exact percentage. Here middle calculation and no need to write. Okay, in exam. So directly substitute. Okay, after substitution directly percentage if you write also enough. Okay, this will be asked for 3 marks. Okay, write it down.